G'day, guys. Welcome to the Mingle podcast. Down in Denmark at the moment and enjoying the 2024 sunshine, January sunshine. Out here with the very respectable amount among the music family and the very valuable Sophie in her own way with many different arts and crafts, and Adam with his musical talent. Adam-James, guys, welcome to the podcast.
No, I'm kidding. Thanks for having us.
We should have inserted like a crowd type there.
Let's do that now.
How are you?
No, yeah, so good. We're down in Denmark, and thanks for having us on the property.
Living off grid?
Yeah, off grid. It's been really nice and park up and not be anxious about getting knocked on by the crazy ranges of Southwest WA.
Oh, they're that bad?
They're that bad.
Yeah,
They've
right.
done,
They've
yeah,
been out to get us and they've got our number plate and Adam's name.
yeah, it's been fun, but no, it's been so lovely down here. So stoked to be here.
Not only to be going around the country in a van, probably not explicit, living the dream, or I guess not necessarily, maybe not chasing the dream, but doing what you feel is right and what you feel is you.
Yeah,
Totally.
it
It
is
is living the dream.
Yeah,
Pretty great.
A lot of people say that, don't they? A lot of people say it's living the dream. Definitely feel like it's living the dream. But like everything, I always like to say like it's got like its moments, like everything in life. That's for sure.
I feel like there's a lot of moments.
There's a lot of fucking moments.
A lot of moments.
So yeah, if you want to get to know someone real fast, just jump in a very small van and start traveling around remote Australia.
Man,
You get to know each other pretty quick. But
Yeah.
it's honestly like it is a dream.
No boundaries.
what got you over here? Initially, like, you obviously made this mission to do is this the second tour?
It's second
Australian tour.
My first solo like headline tour. I was over here supporting Sunday Lemonade at the start of 2023, and that was just the most I feel like I've ever learned in such a short amount of time. I was like a sponge to those guys, and they taught me so much about living in the van, traveling and doing music, and how complex it can be, and how to like carry yourself doing so many gigs and shows, meeting so many people, and kind of just coping with all that. It can be quite a challenge, but not like anything. They kind of showed me the ropes and like told me how to, I got to practice it so that now when I'm here on my own doing it on my own back, it's a lot easier. It's a lot more fun.
You've been having Sophie around? Was it you had it? She was here for the She was here for the first West Coast show.
Yeah.
In January with Sammy McGov last
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Feb.
This time last year, February, yeah. Pretty much this time last year. But we had only been together like a few months then. Whereas now we're quite a bit further in. So
Yeah.
it's different. It is.
I'm more seasoned now. I feel like we met, and then 3 days later, Soph, like I had to go on tour, so Soph moved into the van essentially, and we just started traveling.
Wow.
We didn't know each other from a bloody bar, so
We've known each other 6 weeks and then we just lived together in a tiny Volkswagen van.
because we went home. Busy.
I'm going to come back to this because I feel like I would intro Adam, I feel like initially, and then we'll throw in, this is perfect for what you guys are doing on the East Coast as well.
Sounds good.
Great, man. How the hell did you get involved with music?
Man, I was never like a musical guy. I grew up playing like footy, and like I represented like New South Wales, and was in the Australia squad for water polo, and just kind of like was all into my athletic stuff. Kind of got to the end of school life, and I thought I had to go to uni. Didn't necessarily want to go to uni. Didn't know what I really wanted to do. Always wanted to be a vet, actually, but that takes some serious grades and grinding, and I just don't. That's just not me. So, I went and did a diploma of science in Townsville in North Queensland, and then was studying marine science and zoology as a dual degree. But while I was living in Townsville, there was a Townsville floods happened in 2018, and when the floods happened, I was in a nutshell locked in this house, fucking moat of water around this house, and there was a decorative guitar kind of just in this Airbnb, that I was staying in at the time, and I just kind of forced myself to learn because I had nothing to do for 3 weeks. And now it's just snowballed into my full-time job. I dropped out of uni to pursue it and kind of just making something happen, really.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So, summary, picked up a guitar from an Airbnb during a flood and now is doing this, which is pretty scary for most people. Like, it's very scary. You got to carry yourself well. You know, you got to, there's a, I guess, business element to a degree. People can shaft you, or you need to set up for yourself in terms of payments and stuff like that. And you're in foreign places where they don't have, you know, yeah, they could definitely be dodgy. But yeah, well, okay. And then, well, I guess now you're how many years on?
Well, it's been a blur because I started learning in 2018, and in that same year I was playing for free, like in little cafes in my local.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just progressed. So I guess technically been gigging since 2018, but full time for my second year now.
Yeah. And I guess, why do you want to do this thing, and why do you keep doing it?
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Our last couple of days has been absolute, like, good time.
It's been good. Honestly, it's so fun. And I don't know. I've met, well, that's one thing, is I've met so many amazing, like you, Steph, and the partner. I just met so many amazing people along the way. But more than that as well, like, I just think happiness is the new rich, isn't it? And for me, as long as everything's viable, I can save and I'm having fun, I think, why not? I started off doing music, and when I took the plunge to go full time, it was more the premise of, like, I never want to say what if. I'm just going to just give myself the best chance to, like, make a living out of this. And that was my mindset at the start of the whole music thing. Just didn't want to say what if.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, I know it's possible to do this and, like, make it a living and whatnot. So I'm just kind of music is just like the key to life for me. It allows me to travel the world and Australia and live this amazing magical life of, like, just beaches and surfing and views and waterfronts and all this stuff.
We definitely should have gone for surf tomorrow, but there's not much time, eh?
I know, I wish. We're going to hopefully by the time this comes out, we've sold our van and we have a bigger van. So that's what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully. If not, that might be for sale.
If not, it might be for sale. Slide into the deed for a van.
I guess something I want to know is, do you have emotional moments when you're making music or you're playing music, and what are the best moments around music for you?
Yeah, I think I'm 2 years into this, like, journey of being, like, this full-time musician, and I definitely feel like I've already been chewed up and spat out a couple of times. Like, it's a rough industry. It is honestly a rough industry. I think I'm not afraid to say that I think it can be one of the many very toxic industries as well. There's a lot going on, but I think what do I want out of it? I do music for 2 reasons. One, selfishly, because it, like I said before, it gives me so much freedom in all ways. Like, it gives me so much freedom to live this life that I am very privileged to live and lucky to live and want to live. But more than that, there was a night that really genuinely, it's like cliche as it sounds, changed my life forever. It was in Townsville when I first started doing music, and I first started writing songs and stuff. There's an open mic night at Otherwise Bar in Townsville, and I went there, and I would go there every single week, and I would play the same songs over and over again. You know, in this one week, I wrote this song about how something, I don't even sing the song anymore. I couldn't tell you a single line, but at the time, it was just about this hard time I was going through. And I told the story, and I sang the song, and at the end, this man, this, like, grown man, comes to me in tears saying how much he needed to hear that day because he was having the worst day of his life, and it just made him feel so much better that someone could relate. And from that night, I was like, I have to do this, just because it was the best feeling. It was the first thing I've ever done in my life that I felt gave me purpose in like a deeper way, and that is just a very it's uncomparable, that feeling of having like purpose to people just through sharing your own art. So yeah, having that impact on people is definitely a big caveat as to why I do music as well.
It's probably not a bad time to bring in the fact that you guys run the mingle on the east coast of Australia. Pretty gnarly, pretty wild. Yeah. If you aren't watching by your screen, Sophie's sitting here. We introduced Sophie before anyway, but if you come in halfway, and Adam as well. But yeah, it's a cool big beast. How did that come about, and why do you want to do it? What did you?
Is that question to me?
Both.
Okay. Well, I think when you started off the initial conversation about bringing it over east, and obviously mingle came into our lives because of your gig this time last year in WA. And well, for me, I was so passionate about doing it because that night that we had mingle in WA, like, it gave us just the most amazing, beautiful friends, and that we were just, it's on another level, like living in the van, just going back to what we were saying, it's actually really hard to make friends because you're moving around so much and you like meet these people, but then you're gone the next day or whatever. It's hard to create long-term friendships. But that night, we just made these long-term friends, and it's like
so crazy,
actual friends that we'll just have forever from that one night. And so and that's what we carry with us all the time, is that we really want to create that over on the East Coast, where people can make true friendships through music and have what we had, which is just like the best thing ever.
Shout out to Sarah and Sunny.
And you guys.
And you guys, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like 4 incredible friends there that we just would never have met if it wasn't for that night, but also for the concept of mingle, which is completely credit to you. But you kind of started off the initial conversation, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, well, after coming to, I've done heaps of my own like mental health based activities, extracurricular on the Sunshine Coast. There's some amazing crew over there that are working hard to provide similar things to mingle. And so having done that, I kind of was obsessed with that kind of like purposeful business, I guess, concept. Coming over West Coast, playing mingle, and then going to other concerts, like around town, it gave me like this perspective of like there is so much power in music as this thing that everyone just loves, and
vehicle almost.
Yeah,
it's a catalyst for connection, but there is something missing in normal concerts where people come with their own friends and they leave with those friends, and it's very hard to find that, because you're listening to the music. How do you break that ice to then go and talk to the person next to you? We're so fearful of rejection that we just need that little stepping stone. Don't have to be anything major, but just something to start that connection. And once you've got that and the ice is broken, then you're away, and that's how you make that friends. And for us, that was our little dog Lenny. Helped so much. And then the mingling activities that we had on the West Coast, like
merch table definitely help as a merch table.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Having a cute dog also helps.
But even someone to facilitate, I guess, prompt a conversation with an old friend as well.
Yeah,
it's not that there's not nothing doing that.
Yeah, it's so true, because sorry to interrupt. Like even old friends, just because you've got that connection doesn't mean that it's deep. Like, there's so many friends that you actually don't really have deeper conversations with because maybe you're afraid of opening up about something or whatever, and there's always room to deepen those connections with existing friends, but there's also other people who you just don't know. They could be your new best friend. You just need to have that something that allows you to connect to each other, and that is what Mingle does so amazingly, and that's what we wanted to bring over to the East and be different.
I think you've done a pretty good job.
Even before the event had started, people were walking in And they were saying to us, you have no idea how much we need this on the sunny coast.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we actually don't have any idea, you know, we don't know how much you need this. We think you need it, but not this much. And it was like maybe 5-6 people were like, we needed this night, we needed this connection, we need to be brought together again. And it
Post-COVID.
And that's when we kind of changed our script, didn't we? We were like, this is a chance for you to connect offline as a digital world that we live in. This is a chance to connect offline. I actually really liked that people just weren't on their phones videoing, really.
No one was.
No one was really on their phones at all.
If people put like a story up or something, they'd do it and they just fucking dong their phone.
Yeah, I was actually looking.
It's not the 80s again. Yeah. No, the 90s, I guess, because was it phones in that 80s?
Right.
Thousands of
Thousands. It was like,
oh no, I'm a 90s baby, and I only got my first phone when I was like 12. So yeah, 80s definitely not. I don't know. Anyway,
but yeah,
age.
Grandma.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why is that we wanted to bring that magic of Mingle, that little connecting piece that just helps people make those connections, is like what drives us.
Yeah.
To do it.
Well, I think Adam has there's many things. There's so many things I like about Adam, but one of them is just the fact that he can find a way. Like the amount of trust was like, this guy gets it. Obviously, like he just explained, like he was more sharing about mental health stuff and, you know, supporting others and the purpose with his music and how he wants to do more of that. And then, but also, yeah, just like if there's anyone that, you know what, if you ever want to put money behind Adam, I think now, like, do it. It'll pay dividends.
Invest.
But also like his demeanor and the way he deals with people and treats people, and, you know, like, I guess, you know, it was a no-brainer. It can be definitely, if you're handballing, I guess, whole side of a country to someone, you know, if they're going to be rude to people or they don't care about people, then
presenting Mingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely, it's tough. But yeah, so, yeah, and then, like, Soph, I feel like Soph you have so many different things, so many different positive personality traits, but yeah, I've seen it firsthand because I had the best thing. I'm so lucky you got to go over for the East Coast opener, and you have a good ability to like just go like risk mitigate, among many other good things. Obviously, you can dress things up and you can bring the beauty out in things. Obviously, online, because that's what you got to do these days.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, Soph is so sweet. And then there's many other things. I feel like I'm missing out a lot of other good things.
Sweet.
This is gonna, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. To be honest, she's sweeter than you for sure, mate. Come on, mate.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's just justice, but we'll roll with that for the minute.
I'm undescribable.
Oh.
I'm just that great.
Yeah, that's the word. No, I feel like it's good. We're a good team, I reckon, because Soph is so good at everything I'm so shit at. So
Tails.
yeah, we really can make up for each other where we're lacking.
Yeah, I feel like you like seesaw well.
Yeah.
Like one goes one way and the other goes like helps out and balances.
Yeah. We leave each other we respect that just because we're partners and we're in a relationship, like we kind of approach Mingle not in that way.
No.
Like I would treat Adam as if he was like a colleague that I'm working with in Mingle, which sounds weird, but I'm like, you do the artist stuff. If you want me to check over it, I will. But I'm not going to be like...
But on that, it was funny because, like, obviously we're in a relationship. So at first, we struggled with that.
Yeah.
It was like, we're both... We're both...
Because you expect the other person to just, like, appease to you because they're your partner.
Yeah. We're both very, like, controlling people anyway. Like, we're not controlling...
We both want the best out of the situation. And so with that came, like, I've got a vision and Soph's got a vision, and we both wanted literally the same thing, but our own parts to get there. And so it took a bit for us to just be like, holy shit, like we're both so good at what we're good at, and what I do, Soph could not do, and what Soph does, I could not do. And so with that, we were like, we need to just have full trust in each other, and just, of course, like we check over each other's stuff and we do everything cohesively, but like she runs with her ball and I run with mine, and like kind of just and it works so much better like that. How when we just have that trust.
with what each other's jobs are and tasks. Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone else picks up on it, and it's a good example. Everyone else, I guess that's what.
It naturally takes a while to just like get in the swing of things, and especially when you're living in a band and you are in a relationship, those boundaries can be crossed, which they probably wouldn't be in the workplace.
Yeah.
It's like finding that.
When you go from we'll drive halfway across the Nullarbor,
Yeah.
and then we'll pull over, we'll cook dinner,
Yeah.
and then we'll go into the office, which is our bed,
Yeah.
and we'll start talking about work stuff.
Yeah.
It's mingle, maybe it's my gig, so forth. So like,
You also do bookings as well.
yeah, run my booking agency. I also am very comfortable saying Sophie's my manager. She absolutely like helps me out so much. So we're either doing booking agent stuff, I'm doing booking agent stuff, Soph's doing her own contract work that she does,
Yeah.
or we're doing mingle, or I'm booking shows, or it's just like, so it's a lot. It's taken a long time for us to be able to like live this life.
Yeah, we're also stricter now with work times. Like we don't talk about things too late or too early.
We clock off. We clock off at 5 o'clock. Like, yeah, we
Have to.
And Sundays, like
This is going to touch people that obviously start their own thing and do their own stuff.
That's
Really,
it can very quickly consume your life.
yeah, like especially when you start, you're so excited and you just want to.
You're trying to do a good thing, man.
Yeah, and you don't leave an office. You don't leave anywhere. It's just your life. It's in your life.
Yeah,
So it is really hard to switch off from it, and you also can't control when other people who are involved are going to contact you,
Exactly.
and you naturally want to reply straight away, or you want to talk about it, or think about it. But
It's good having a dream team, extended dream team. As in, like, good having all of us around it.
yeah, we
all
can
the
confide in
friends.
each other and like bounce ideas off and rationalize each other.
When people
Things.
kind of like push you or test you, you kind of like, is that right? Like,
Yeah.
am I getting mistreated here?
yeah.
Yeah. This can happen.
I hope it's people just can't be bothered sometimes
Yeah.
with certain things, and they want.
Yeah.
But no, it's a beautiful world out there. It's still a good world, and there's still so many amazing people, and that's why you do it, right? Like, yeah, I don't know why you guys having your own exact ooey gooey words for it, but I really find that the music world is such a beautiful place most of the time. When I'm just gonna go to the golden side for a minute. Like people are trying to do good things, and people are trying to help other people, and it's a zone where everyone just lets their guards down, and combine that with community.
I think music fans are the best people.
Man,
I think people that come to these events as punters
yeah,
are the best people
yeah,
ever. And people that like put their trust into us, the 200 people that came to our mingle, like our launch night, they had no idea what they were walking into. Like they'd never been to a mingle event, but everyone just had the most open mind to everything and did everything like so in depth, and it was.
It was like we'd extracted all the great people.
The great
in the
people
Sunshine
around,
Coast.
yeah.
And from what we've seen so far, they've stuck with us. So hopefully they'll be coming to the next event.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just great to have like so many amazing people in one room, and you could just feel the energy from it. Everyone was relaxed, everyone felt safe, and so that's when you get the best out of people.
I'm excited. I hope I get to come and hang out. It's nice to be at an event when you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
First time it was a good time. We were just getting it done, right?
Yeah.
I was, long story short, it was easy for me because I was doing nothing, and these guys were just pulling stuff together and making it happen. But
fried some chicken for the green room. Oh, that was good with it. I worse at that.
I'm not sure about frying the chicken. Riley put the chicken on the tray, put it in the oven, and I happened to come down and rescue the chicken from getting absolutely cremated at Sonny's house.
Oh, yeah.
People thought anything outside. I'm like, this blood is burning.
Look, I'm glad I've got an insight into obviously like where you started your music and other people now do, and why you do what you do, and why you decided to take a punt on mingle. It's such a sick thing to have like a family around it now, and that's like, hopefully I try not to. I'll drop a line like every now and then. But when I say something, I'll never say it twice. I'm like I'll suggest something and hopefully not say it twice, not be annoying. But I'm enjoying the creative license that you guys have got, and just do your own thing. And there's a lot of trust there as well. But
yeah, thank you for trusting us.
Yeah. Don't know why you
Bad idea.
would.
We're going to tie into a death metal events.
To wrap up, death metal events. God, poor listeners. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that, guys. Thank you for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
For having us in the caravan, cabin in the woods.
Big love, guys, and we'll see you next time we see you.
Yeah, February.
Or Feb 2nd, yeah.
Feb 2nd, we're doing a mingle event in Perth, in O'Connor. It's called Deeper. It's part of a new series that Mingle West Coast is doing called Deeper. And we're basically, everybody who comes, you're going to connect to yourself and to fellow minglers like you never have before. It's going to be something so unique and so not seen before. You really, really don't want to miss it. I'm going to do a set at the end of it all, but I'm going to also get involved throughout the night with
Sick.
all the facilitation.
More than we asked for.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, wow. Sweet. That's above and beyond. See you there, guys.
See you there.